Wow, what an experience this last week and a half has been. We keep looking at ourselves saying, we are in Cambodia. And laughing, looking around at this beauty. There's so much beauty in the people, in the landscape, in the laughter, in the joy, in the presence of the Lord. So much beauty, and saying, we're in Cambodia, can you believe it? I don't count down the hours like I do at my job. I don't count down till the next thing. I'm present and here. And the Lord is teaching me that's not here in Cambodia, that's here with Him, serving Him. The contentment and the joy comes from serving Him. Picking up a little girl who might be dirty, sweaty, or not have any clothes on, and giving her a kiss, squeezing her tight, telling her in a language she doesn't even understand that I love her. That contentment, that joy all day long comes from serving Him. It doesn't come from being in Cambodia. As we're hauling some buckets of cement, as we're hauling wood logs, as we're just walking from place to place on the properties here, at the homes, that we're stepping on trash. We're walking through a banana tree jungle and then there's trash on the ground. And the Lord's been teaching me, stop looking down, look up. Look up and around, because as soon as I do that, I'm seeing the faces. I'm seeing the work that's been done in the Lord's name. I'm seeing what I can do to serve. So I stopped looking down at the trash. I stopped worrying about it. I stopped thinking about it. And at that moment, the Lord really showed me that it's like looking above someone's faults, looking above someone's sin, looking above what we might think as a stumbling block or a hindrance into someone's life. Looking above it. It's just like every 5 minutes I feel like the Lord is just like opening my eyes and my heart to something new, something different, or bringing back something He's already taught me in a whole new way. Seeing things so differently.
When I was about 16 or 17, my mom, my sisters, and I, not all my sisters, my mom, 2 of my siblings, so Jennifer and my little brother Jolyn, and I were in a battered women's shelter. We lived there for 3 months. And next door was a home for foster kids. And the way that they treated us in the shelter was not the best. I know a little bit. I mean, these kids are treated like nothing. I mean, like that video that we saw, they're treated like, they deserve to not have a family. They deserve to be separated from, I guess, a normal family, I suppose. And it just breaks my heart, and just like how much love that they have, how much just so much affection. They always smile back at you every time without fail. They love to learn. They love to learn your name. They love to have their name, and just hearing them say it from across the field, and then just be excited to see you is it's just so great. And just being able to, just help out with this project, and to even see the kids that we support at Tech Hut was so awesome and amazing.
So God has shown me a lot of different things here while we've been here. When He first presented this, I knew God spoke to me in my spirit that I needed to come. I needed to be here, and that He wanted to show me something. So it's just mind-boggling the way hard work and being dog-tired just sharpens the spirit, that you're just so much more receptive to what God's speaking, what God's saying. The remarkable thing that I sensed overwhelmingly, and it was when we went to Tech Hut, the home that we sponsor, that not only was I there, but you were there with us also. And I just felt that we were representing the entire body. There was just this overwhelming sense that it wasn't us, but it was you, the bridge, alongside of us. So when we hugged a kid, you hugged a kid. When we were laughing, you were laughing. Tech Hut, we were there. Those kids, saw our wall and were excited, and were, just scrolling through our phone, looking at their pictures and saying to each other, that's you, and it's just incredible. And then when they saw the pictures that we had brought of our church family and began to work on them and make the little frame, frames that they basically made their frames. They put our pictures on and made a frame and then began sticking them up on their wall. And now they're connected to us, and the two bodies across, halfway across the world now are one. They see us every single day the way we see them, and it's just an amazing feeling. We can take the city because we're doing things there that have been taking ground from the enemy, and we've been holding it. But we are causing seismic waves to rock Portland that we don't even see. We don't even sense them, but yet the kingdom senses that, and the enemy senses that, and we are slowly gaining ground, little by little. And one day the city will be ours. I believe and I know now that we will take the city. I am firmly behind what Pastor Jack is sowing and casting before us, that this is our purpose, this is our mission, and it's to take our city.
Here we are at the end of our time here at this orphanage home. I can't even pronounce the name. We've been here for 6 days. The projects that they've had us working on are, in my opinion, astronomical. Like when we got here and they showed us what we were planning on doing, not only did my heart sink into my stomach because I was scared to death because I thought, oh man, this is going to be hard, but it was an overwhelming amount of work. And for the life of me, I never thought that it would get completed in the 6 days of our time here. But here I stand on the 6th day, and we saw the final post go in for a perimeter fence that will bring protection and safety to their crops. And I find myself very emotional. I know I'm an emotional person, but very emotional because of what God has done in the course of 6 days with 6 people from Portland, Oregon. I'm honored. I'm thankful for what God has allowed me to be a part of, because what I've experienced is when you are serving others, you are forsaking your own comforts. When you come to the place of feeling I have no more energy, I have nothing else to give, that is the moment when God truly has an opportunity to speak to you, to show you something that you've never known about yourself, or show you how He can use you in such phenomenal and miraculous ways. These people from not just this orphanage home that we have we've given a couple of $1,000 to be able to do these construction projects, but also to feed them. And so the food that they're partaking right now is, to us, may not be that big of a deal, but it is almost equivalent to like a Thanksgiving meal. And as we're sitting with these children, and I'm looking around at their faces and seeing the joy that they have, the excitement, the love. I'm telling you, the love of God is tangible. It is so real, and it is present right here. Even though it's 6, it may only be 6 people physically on this trip, but God has been so real and so big and so mighty that 100% it feels like our entire church body is here with us. The amount of work that's been achieved is, in my opinion, I do not believe it's physically possible. But with God, all things are possible, and I 100% believe it's because it's not just the 6 of us here. It is the entire bridge body.
You know, it's easy here to say, okay, Lord, here I go. You know, I've gotten my world rocked, and it's easy to say that standing here in this beautiful land, this foreign place, but I get to go home. The second most impactful piece to me was the church service, because the pastor talked about that with the group, and I don't even know what he said. I didn't know what words he was saying, but he was talking about the leaders hearing from the Lord, and he's using these gestures, and he's saying the leaders are hearing from the Lord and they're helping us and teaching us, but it's our responsibility, my responsibility, to not get comfortable, to not lay back and say, okay, I'm back at home now, so I can relax a little bit on my work ethic. But my feet have blisters, and I'm really tired. But what if I put that effort forward in my devotional life? I want scars on my spiritual person because of hard work. After all this hard work, I'm a better version of me. So why can't I apply that to my spiritual life? And I pray that everyone at our church understands this is us, this is the bridge here. The bridge being represented by 6 people, and they change lives. We've changed lives here.
I was really, really happy to go to Cambodia, and I felt like God wanted me to go. I feel that Cambodia and the people that I've met have really have a permanent place in my heart now. I used to have a ukulele, and I went to Cambodia with it. I brought it with me, and I met a 17-year-old guy who was really, really good at music, and we kept talking about, like, what would you do if God called you to be a musician? And so he told me that he liked to play the guitar and the piano, and that if God called him to be a musician, then he would do it. So I taught him how to play the ukulele because he asked me to. A couple days before our team and the Cambodian team parted ways, I decided that I wanted to give, this kid's name is Chum, I decided to give him my ukulele. But I was still praying about it because I didn't know if it was a humanly thing or a God thing. So after a couple days, I really felt that the Lord wanted me to give him my ukulele. So I did. On the day that us and the Cambodian team left, we were all saying goodbye in this giant group, and everybody just went up to each other and hugged each other and said goodbye. I came up to Chum and I told him that I felt that God wanted me to give him the ukulele, and that I felt that he was very good at music, and that if he wanted to, and God called him to, one day he could make amazing music, and I wanted him to play for him and for God and for his family. So I didn't expect him to do this, but he cried, and I think he tried not to, but he cried, and I didn't expect that. He said that nobody's ever given him something like that, and it amazed me because it didn't really feel like such a huge gift. But it was so crazy to me. People in America have a lot of opportunities to get things, and in Cambodia you don't have much of that. So I feel very thankful for the things that I have. I want to see where God takes him as a musician. So even if he doesn't like travel the world or something, I still think it would be really cool just to know that he has my ukulele, and that he will be my friend forever, and that he can play for his family.